Hey everyone, today I'm starting array for beginner. So suppose let's you don't have any experience in array and you want to start with the array. So this is the site I would suggest you start with this. So come to data structure and just check here the section array. So these are the basic concept like how array allocate in memory. So what I will prefer array in Java. Okay, so this is a very basic data structure in Java. I mean, it, actually array has each and every language. They have, I mean, this data structure available in each and every language. So today we'll start with indices. So let's suppose you have few data, like suppose you have array of integer or maybe array of string. So it always start with 0. So in array index it will always start with 0 and it will be length minus 1. So so what they are saying, let's go through this description and then we'll come back to our explanation. So an array in Java is a group of type of variable refer to common name arrays differently. So basically they are saying C++ different implementation, in Java bit different. So in Java array is an object, all arrays dynamically allocated, we'll discuss below, and the size of the array must be specified in the intern sort. So while declaring your array you need to mention, you need to declare your size. What I mean, we have support for dynamic array as well, but yeah, in array you need to declare how much memory you want. Let's suppose here, we need 9 integer. So you need to declare first 9 integer with the array. While declaring how we creating array and how we initialize in accessing an array, we'll discuss now. So the general general form of one dimensional. So basically we have support for one dimension and multiple dimensions. So that's why we'll first we'll focus on one dimension array. Let's start with this. So this is the basic syntax. What is the type? Let's suppose you have int, you have string, all the data types, whatever you want you can declare that. So just, and then the variable name, what is the array name you want to declare, and these open and open and close rectangle bracket. So the same way, like instead of putting this here, the second way we can declare like this. Now an array declare has two component, the same thing they have explained here. You can go through this, and the types of floating, double, all the user, even you can define user defined data like object of a class or any class type you can even define. So let's suppose some example. What are the both are valid declaration. So these are the valid declaration, just we have seen here syntax. So suppose you want some other data type, you can declare like that. So here just read these comments. An array of reference of object, the class my class, a class created user. So they just it's like I mean user defined, it's class, and this is the class type actually. So basically what they are trying to say, Java has these are the data type which Java supports, but you can declare a class type array as well. So even object type or collection, these you can do. Although the first declaration establishes the entire in array variable, no actual array exists. it merely tells the compiler that variable. Okay, so basically what they are trying to say, no actual array exists, it's merely as a compare. Okay, link actual, just go through description. I'm not sure what they explain here. Let's move how we initiate an array in Java. So as I told, like you need to declare the size. So let's come to that, come jump to example, int array. So this is the array name and we are declaring. Now the same array we are initializing, like how much allocation memory we need. So here 20 integer we pass, so 20 element int, 20 int element, 20 integer that can store. So the same thing, like here you can see the two line is there. So you can the same within the same state, same line you can declare and initialize as well. So basically they are combining both the statement in one. Okay, so uh, coming to this, so this is the important point. The element of array allocation by new will automatically initialize with 0 whenever you are declaring like this. So it will create 20 20, it will create it will, I mean to say, it will store 0 0 0 20 times in memory. Like suppose you selected boolean, so it will be default value will be boolean or null reference. Okay, so you can just check this link, what would be the default value. So basically boolean for false, integer 0, if you are double 0 point, just 2 digit PC, string is null, user defined null. So basically these are the base all the data type default value. So in array, whatever the type of array you have declared, suppose here int, so it will automatically, it will take 0. Okay, that is what this first statement is saying. And obtaining an array in two-step process. First you must declare a variable and desired array, and the second you must allocate memory holder using Java. Okay, fine. So there is two way to do this. Like suppose here what, just you have initialized, not actual assignment, assignment you have done, but here you can dynamically allocate as well. So you don't want to declare the size, and just what are the element directly you can assign. Okay, so it will, what it will do, it will calculate how many elements and it will create, and indirectly it will assign these all elements to array. So accessing Java only using loop. So this is the type how you can access those elements, just iterating the index and just you are fetching that particular element. So the implementation, let's suppose there is a program, Java program, and we are declaring array. We are allocating 5 integer into that. So that what it will do, it will all will be default with default integer value 0, it will initialize. But array of 0, you are now assigning the value, actual value. So the same way 20 30 40 you have assigned, and you're just printing. So it will print like this. You can also access Java array using for each loop. Suppose just it's when you will go through for each and for loops, and you will get to know like how we access generally these things. Okay, so array of object. So suppose student type of class we have created, and the seven default, seven the object, seven student you want to assign. So here a student user defined. Okay, So the same way, like how you can do it, so they have given a very simple example. First create a class. The what type of suppose this is a class, okay. So here we have roll number, string name, and we are initializing in constructor those roll number and name. So basically this is a constructor, the same as class name, and integer roll number and string name. So this roll number, so basically it's initializing. So this is taking this local variable and assigning to the object, this referring this referring in the current class and roll number, the current class and roll number. Here it's coming. So just basic assignment here they are doing. Now another class gfg, and here main method we are initializing the I mean that array, the class type array, object array, and then we are allocating. So just what we are doing, array 0 new, and we are calling that particular constructor. So we are passing to value here. What it will do, it will one assign to roll number and aman assign to this string. So it will just store it and it will directly assign to 0. The same way they have done the 0 1 to all the index, and now they are printing, just printing all these element. Okay, now coming to what happen if you try to access element outside the array size. So JVM has the check, which suppose you have suppose generally people do possibly positively positive value here. So what it does, like suppose you passed the array new here. So suppose you passed minus 1. So it has a check, okay, if this value is less than 0, then it's throw array into even like least. And after, like suppose you have initialized with 5 and you're trying to store in 6, then also it has the check. Okay, now coming to multiple dimension array. So basically matrix if you know, it will be easier for you. So basically this is a two-dimensional array. So just you have increased one index and the declaration part, you what okay. So this is the one array, and out of 20 element is storing. Okay, so the same way 3D array as well. So coming to example how internally it stores. So this is the dynamic way they have stored. This is the first array. Okay, inside this first array, the first location have another array. Okay, the second location have this array. Third location, this is the 2D array. Okay, now they are just trying to so printing it with double using for loop. And just first iteration is 0, and all the so first iteration 0 and 1 2 3 they are printing. So this is how it look like. Suppose you have an array, it's it's first index it's storing this array, and second index this is storing. So this is called multi-dimensional array. And now how passing array to methods. So basically they are saying like how you will pass. Suppose in real life what the requirement will be, this array you need to pass another method. So here's some method and you want to pass this array. So just you are passing this the array name, and once it is accepting even array. Okay, so it will store here and then it will perform. Okay, sum is 0. Now you are iterating all throughout this array and you are just adding these, and finally you are printing. So this is a simple one. And returning array from method, how you will return array from method. So here suppose you have an array, okay, you want to so this part just observe, you have declared array and just returning the same like how you do a single integer or whatever. So and just once you pass here, you store in array and just you iterating through. So this is simple. And now the class object for arrays. So every class has studied the class object, you know very well. Say all the other array with the same component. Okay, coming back to class object. Okay, so what is what is the class for this? Like suppose you have an integer array you have declared, and checking what is the class. See, we have a get class method in object class. I will show you an ID. Then you will have better idea. So basically, suppose you have a method on that particular array, because array is a object, and object, each and every object superclass is a object class, okay. So just if you'll try to print, it will say okay, integer object is a super class they are accessing. So object here, like we can get to know what is this. The explanation you can go through, you will get better idea. And this is array member. So the public final length which contain number of component. Okay, so we have one length field there, okay. So just if you want to know like how what is the length of that array, you can fetch from this. And the honor object goes, okay, the clone through object class you can use it, okay. Cloning the array, suppose you want to clone this array, just apply a method clone, that's it. Okay, so this is an integer and clone array. It doesn't it does it just make a copy of the whole array. This is called deep copy of created one answer, okay. But the same way there is a difference in multidimensional, so shallow copy is create, okay. So once you will go through this, okay, just you cloned it. So the first array will be like the deep clone, but internal one, these array, just it will be shared, okay. The shallow copy is created multi-dimensional clone method, okay. So this is what Java in array. Let me